Was I angry with that?
I'm sure you weren't the only one.
Oh, by no means was I the only one. Walter O'Malley. Another thing I saw, I had an aunt and uncle who lived in Amityville, Long Island. It is 1957. 57? Yeah, they moved there in 57. The last year the Dodgers were in Brooklyn. So it was the summertime. I don't really recall now what time of year it was. So my sister and I used to go to church on Sundays. My Uncle George, whose house we were visiting, my mother's brother, he would drive us to church, right? And then he would pick us up to take us home. So we're in, my sister and I went to church, and we went to church, and who's sitting about, I don't know how many rows in front of me? I'm looking, I said, that guy looks so, my sister, this guy looks so familiar. Like Walter O'Malley, owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers. He had a big house in Amityville on the water. So he wasn't a bastard yet because they hadn't moved.
How easy to change perception.
Boy, and talk about the 1951 World Series when the shot heard around the world. I was in the Cub Scouts and at a Cub Scout meeting, it happens. Ron Brackett pitching, Bobby Thompson hits the home run. The Dodgers were winning the game at that time. So, and Russ Hodges, you remember, that's a famous broadcast with Russ Hodges screaming. And Leo DeRoche is coaching third base and he's going bananas. So anyway, I'm in a Cub Scout meeting and it happened. I get out and I'm so depressed. I am really depressed. So my father's brother, uncle, is another brother. I got three brothers. Uncle Mike had a fishing tackle store in Sheepshead Bay. She asked, you know what Sheep's Bay is? It's all the ocean on one side and all the party boats would dock there. People would go on there and they would take them out to go fishing. So my Uncle Mike has a fishing tackle store. So the only time he had a chance to see his brother was on the weekend. We'd go, because my Uncle Mike would get up like at 3 a.m. to open the store at 4 or something, for boats to go out. So it's the only time he had a chance to sit and visit his brother. So it happens that my two older cousins were his son, my Uncle Mike's sons. Like I said, they were like 15, 18 years older than me. They would be working in the store. And yeah, what did I have in common with them at the time? I was 10, 12 years old, whatever hell I was. So I used to bother my father for money. And there were a string of restaurants on the other side where the fishing tackle store was. And my great thing was I used to go ask my father for money. I used to visit every store, every store going down the street. You know? That age, I could eat a ton of food. You know? So that was my big deal going there. But my two cousins were Giant fans. So the Giants beat, going back to the other story, the Giants beat the Dodgers. One day, my father and I go to the house, my uncle's house. And my two cousins happened to be there, and they had a 78 record. Oh, you want to hear this record? Guess what the record is? The shot heard around the world. Unreal. That's too long. So, yeah, I'll never forgive Walter O'Malley for doing it.